can turn it around with the win at any time. We'll see if that starts tonight. Heat, Nets, tip-off coming right up. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. So here's Miami's starting group. The wingman, it's Hero and Butler. Bulldozer is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. And for Brooklyn, they've got Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Richard, looking at this interconference clash, you can expect both teams to play hard here tonight.
Yeah, these conference games are so important, especially when it comes to a rivalry like this. Both teams have had this one circled on their calendars for a while.
Dinwiddie passes to Thomas. Lowry against Dinwiddie. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Here's Claxton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Right, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds, and Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket. And one thing you know about Claxton, he's not going to waste his opportunity.
Yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in this league, and he's all about getting quality, high-percentage shots, Greg. He doesn't force shots that aren't there for him.
Ball stolen. Dinwiddie against Lowry. Turn around, Jay. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. There's the 3. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And intriguing to see how the Nets have recovered since the departures of Harden, Kyrie, and Katie. Richard, they had grand plans. It just didn't work out.
They're picking up the pieces, and we've seen them do this before. The title window may be closed for now, but this team knows how to build their way back.
Back to Butler. It's tipped. Thomas with the steal. In the corner, it's Bridges. Thomas kicks to Dinwiddie. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. And the 3 off target. Here's Hero. A beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Inside. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Miami again turning it over.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Dinwiddie. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. Averaging 17 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, not playing outside himself, but finding lots of chances to do his thing and affect the game.
Outside Thomas. Here's Finney-Smith. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Bulldozer. Down low. Picked off in midair. Bridges outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
And it's blocked to the paint. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And let's take this opportunity to show you the most productive rookie rebounds of the last 10 games. Take a look at the bulldozer, one of the game's best, second in the league.
He's brought that physicality. I mean, given a chance to contribute, he's shown that he can battle inside with the best of them.
And Finney Smith gets it to go. Finney Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
It's tipped. Thomas against Butler. Passes it to Bridges. And no good that time. Great D that time from Hero. To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was.
The Heat trail by 3. They've got Thomas, and Simmons is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Dinwiddie in at point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Thomas. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Heat. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And there's the foul. It's on the bulldozer. That's his first foul. Brooklyn leading by 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. And rest assured, this team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
I think they are. David, thank you for the report. GA, the three-point shooting for Miami has been the story. Sometimes they run cold, like a lot of teams. Man, when they're hot, they are fun to watch.
A couple years back, Kevin, they led the league in percentage from long distance. Last season, one of the worst in that category until the playoffs, where they rediscovered that shooting touch.
Here's the bulldozer. Claxton covering, and Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Dinwiddie against Lowry. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Heat trailed by 5. Here's the bulldozer. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Here's Adebayo. And there's another one for the Heat.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Pass to Simmons. To the middle. Here's the bulldozer. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And now just a 1-point Nets lead. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Dinwiddie against Lowry. Thomas passes to Simmons. Over Adebayo. And the shot is long.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And stolen by Simmons. Dinwiddie with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 9 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Yeah, there's no doubt he has been inconsistent, which is unusual for him. But when he turns it back around, boy, you better watch out.
Timeout called, the Nets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Heat third.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
And every season you have teams, Greg, that start out hot only to falter. How do you separate the real from the rest?
Kevin, that's a good question. And one thing is what we call point differential. Doesn't just look at wins and losses, but margins of victory. And it can indicate who's really built to go the distance.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The bulldozer, no good. Nets leading by 4. Here now is Dinwiddie. He has 5. Offside Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finney-Smith passes to Simmons. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Trendon Watford's checked in for the Nets. Mikal Bridges comes in for Cameron Thomas. Heat also with the sub. Robinson's checked in. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So for the Nets, Baisley's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And close game so far through the first.
Your Nets, 36. Heat, 37.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. Backcourt guards are Lowry and Hero. Butler out there with the bulldozer. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Miami Heat. They lead by 1. And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space. I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Inside, here's the bulldozer. Good, and Butler gets the assist. The Bulldozers got the first points to start out the third quarter for Miami. Brooklyn's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now, here's Thomas. Hasn't made one yet. Just 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie wide open. And the Nets miss again. The Heat leading by 3. To the wing on the left. To the inside. Here's the bulldozer. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Thomas, that's good.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Lowry passes to the bulldozer. Dinwiddie against Lowry. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Bridges kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Butler. Back to Finney-Smith. For the lead. Outside for Thomas. From outside the arc. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Nicholas Claxton. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Adebayo. The way the league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired, and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital, setting that standard for others to follow.
And Simmons, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Here's the break. And a wide open look for Hero. Cans it from downtown. Hero's got 5.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Thomas against Butler. Now here's Thomas. He right on him. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And, Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
And the Nets making a change here. Watford's checked in. And then for Miami, Caleb Martin comes in for Butler. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Watford. A bulldozer pulls it in. The bulldozer's got his 6th rebound on the night. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Spencer Dinwiddie has talked about buying into his role. He says you have to have confidence that's borderline irrational, but a perspective that's very realistic. You've got to know who you are. Kevin, he adds that he's not attempting to be a Mount Rushmore type guy, but a talented player who can help a winning team.
That's a good perspective, David. Thanks for the story.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Here's Simmons, and Adebayo sends it back.
And a menace defensively, Adebayo with the swat. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Hero passes to the bulldozer. And it's denied. And they get it back. Nets trailed by 3. Here's Thomas. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
At 6'10", Simmons sees the entire floor at all times.
Hero passes to the bulldozer. Back to Hero. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hero's got 8 points.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Now Simmons, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. To the paint, here's Claxton. It's good. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Beautiful pass from Simmons. He's outstanding at getting the ball to his guys in their spots.
And the pass to Martin. Here's the bulldozer. Comes up empty down low.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Simmons looking it over. For the tie. And no good. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Miami ahead, leading by just 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that.
Here it comes. Put number 4 on your feet.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Ben Simmons. Trendon Watford comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Thomas subbed in for Royce O'Neal. Bryant left side. Hero from long range. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
We've got Nicholas Claxton. Bridges out there with Thomas. And it's Watford in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Timeout called the Heat. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
He'll just keep hurting them from the three-point land if they let him. Here's a chance for Coach to change that.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made him pay.
Pass to Claxton. Hero against Bridges. Claxton. It's deflected. Good work there as it goes. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, they made it a point to push it off turnovers. That they're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Thomas passes to Watford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Adebayo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, great fake by Adebayo. Such a high IQ play.
He hits the first one, and that turns the lead to 6. The Nets making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And Adebayo drops them both.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Here's Lowry. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the team counts on Lowry in moments like this. He keeps his cool and finds the big basket.
Dinwiddie against Lowry. And Adebayo sends it back. Down low. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by Adebayo. By himself. Count!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Knocked away. To the wing right side. Here's Lowry. Count it!
He's been in so many big games and clutch situations. Lowry thrives in pressure moments like this.
Timeout called the Nets. They're down by 1. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, during the break, listening in on Jacques Vaughn's huddle. Now with the game in the balance, Coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Pass to the Bulldozer. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Right between the eyes.
And they do have a foul to give.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
For your next youth 10 team. It's time to get up and get ready.
Dinwiddie outside. Hero against Bridges. Oh, missed it. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
And the Nets miss again. Outside Butler. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.